Hello, I'm Armin Budish. Welcome to Golden Opportunities.
Today, what better gift for your family than sharing the lessons you've learned? We'll help you wrap it up. Then, we've fashioned a few outfits Mom will love. We'll share ways to create the mother of all smiles. We'll celebrate a day just for seniors. And the latest legal news that you can use.
It's time to get G-Oing, so pull up a chair and join us at our kitchen table for G-O Golden Opportunities. How did you learn to manage money? Was it by watching your parents? Was it trial and error? Negotiating with your spouse? No matter how you learned, you now have lessons you can share with your children and your grandchildren. And that gift is truly valuable. Jim Lineweaver's here to help us create a lesson plan for sharing our wealth of experience. Jim's a financial planner with the Lineweaver Financial Group. Thanks for joining us, Jim.
My pleasure.
Jim, this is a new century. Can our kids and grandkids really benefit from any advice that we old people can give them?
They really can. If you can pass along this intellectual property, not just your assets, it can be huge. Because as recently as 2005, the U.S. Department of Census came out, of Commerce, and they came out with a statistic that said kids between the ages of 18 and 24, so a lot of those entering college and everything, and in college, are actually at a negative 10% savings rate. That means they're putting things on credit cards and incurring a lot of debt, and it may take them a long time to dig out of that. So there's some serious problems that this country needs to face.
Shouldn't kids get training on financial things in school? Would that make sense?
They should, and this is a great thing. See, we've already done some literacy training in a lot of schools, and I'm glad now that it's going to be mandated. Back in 2007, they put together a bill. It's actually called the Ohio Core, and it's going to require by 2012 financial literacy and economic literacy in our high schools, which is going to be very, very critical for the success.
All right, so we've learned, our people our age and older have learned a lot of financial information from the School of Hard Knocks. What kinds of issues should we be sharing with our kids and grandkids?
Well, first, try to save money. You know, even if they can just put some of their money away, but, you know, like an emergency fund, that rainy day, things along that nature, it can be really helpful. And you always want to make sure that, you know, put some money aside for sharing, spending, and saving, and so we have some tools that we can help them utilize that too.
Sharing, spending, and saving. And I see that you actually have a prop that has those three titles on it. What is that?
Yeah, I found this on the internet of all places. You know, everything is pretty much out there, but this is one of the good things that I found. It's actually called a moon jar, and we actually use this in the school systems that we go to, but people can go to moonjar.com and get this, and it comes very simple. It even comes with a little passbook so that they can write in their entries, but it's broken up into 3 boxes, and it's share, spend, and save. So they can break up their money that they're earning from their allowance or anything else into these buckets, and, you know, let them spend some money, let them have some fun for the reward of everything that they're doing, but it also teaches how to maybe share with other communities or their church, and also to save money for a future thing that they're looking to try to accomplish, maybe buy a bike or something along that nature.
And you can't just tell them, I mean, how do you teach a kid about those things? Do you talk about your personal experiences? Do you give them situations you were in when you were their age? Or, I mean, what do you do?
I do. What I do with my kids, I try to share experiences with them. And I can remember a long time ago, I actually owned a share at Cedar Fair, which owns Cedar Point. So we went to Cedar Point, and they're like, Dad, what ride do we own? And I'm like, well, we may own a bolt at the bottom of the ride. But needless to say, anything you can share with the kids about your own experiences, take them to the bank, let them deposit money, let them withdraw, understand how to budget something when they go to the store. All these things can be helpful because it can help them with understanding debts issues, savings issues, emergency funds, everything.
I sat down with my kids, did that same sort of thing, and we talked about some different stocks and you know, why we thought that they were going to go up, and my kid actually took some of his little bit of money and invested in stocks and watched them go, and unfortunately they all cratered.
Well, he can come and see me. It's all right. I'll take care of
it. But for good information on how to deal with these things, you have a seminar coming up?
We do. At our Valley View office, it's a free education program for your listeners. We're actually going to have it on May 24th at 6 p.m. and also Thursday, May 26th at 1 p.m. It does fill up fast, so please have them call as soon as they can.
And they're free.
They are free.
And they're good.
They're very good.
Thank you, Jim. Whether you aced your family's finances or learned the hard way how to manage them, you have great lessons to share. To find out more about the principles of money management, attend one of Jim's interesting free seminars or give him a call. His number's up next.
Okay. To learn more, call the Lineweaver Financial Group at 1-888-313-4009 or log on to www.lineweaver.net. Next, we're in style in our studio. But first, Mom always told you to bundle up, and one television regular listened, wearing his mom's heart on his sleeve. Won't you name the TV neighbor who was right at home in nifty sweaters? We'll unravel the answer when we return.
We're Gateway Title, keeping life simple. We can make it simple. We've got everything you need. See how easy selling your home can be. We're Gateway Title. We're keeping life simple.
It was Mr. Rogers who was known around the neighborhood for sporting spiffy sweaters. But unknown was the fact that many were made by his mom.
Fashions that moms love will always be in style. So today we're addressing fashions moms will fall for this spring. Lisa Kushner's here to counsel us on couture. I think that's pronounced correctly. Lisa is the general manager at Aurora Farms Premium Outlets. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so it's spring. I'm guessing that we're looking at more colorful things.
Yes, we are. We love this time of year because all the colors change and they're very vibrant and it's a fun time for dressing.
All right, so you're going to show us some fashions with the colors.
Absolutely. Our first model is Maria, and this is a great teal color paired with a very simple, twill pant and a nice even color, but she's popped it with that great linen top. This is from Saks Fifth Avenue off 5th, and this top would normally retail for over $180, but at Saks Fifth Avenue off 5th it is just $60. And if you join our VIP Shopper Club, you can save an additional $20. So that's a great gift for mom or a great trip out to take mom shopping.
Okay, let's talk about bringing another model.
Absolutely, of course. Here is Elaine. We're talking about color as an accent. This is a beautiful floral top from Jones, New York. And what I love about this is this has this reddish pink color, which is called honeysuckle, and it is the color of 2011. Oh. So 2011's color is honeysuckle, and we always are going to find that in pieces.
That?
Pantone does. Pantone picks a color every year.
Oh, boy.
And this is honeysuckle is the color of the year, and so this is a nice way to accent it with that great floral print under a very basic white jacket. So it's a lovely outfit. It looks great.
Very good. Now, let's talk a little bit about shoes, purses, jewelry, things like that.
Yes, we have all sorts of accessories this year. You're going to see a lot of wedge shoes, as Maria had on earlier, as also ballet flats. Even our next model coming out, Vi has on a nice flat shoe. These little ballet flats are a very easy shoe. And again, we're talking also about very layered looks. So she has a nice little tank top, but it's a lovely eyelet, lightweight, easy to wear. This outfit is from Chico's, which is one of our newest stores and certainly one of my favorites. It offers great size ranges and also some great style.
What kind of price range are we talking about with this?
Well, the great thing about Chico's outlet is that they are offering about 40 to 60% off their retail prices. So this entire outfit you could get for under $50.
Wow, good. All right, we have one more model?
We do have one more model. Phyllis is on her way out, again with that honeysuckle. This is honeysuckle in a solid. The other thing you're going to be seeing this year are these free-flowing cardigans. So it doesn't have buttons. It's a nice flowing option. It's just very easy to wear, and it's a nice light layer. Again,
Very
this is from
nice.
Ann Taylor Factory Store.
These are all beautiful, and
Yes.
as are the models.
Absolutely.
Thank you all very much. Thanks for coming in and giving us insights into spring.
Great. Thanks for having us.
So even after Mother's Day, Mom will appreciate looking great. So treat her to a shopping trip. And if you want more tips for that trip, check out the information coming up next. My thanks to Lisa Kushner.
For more information, call Aurora Premium Outlets at 330-562-2000 or click to www.premiumoutlets.com/Aurora. Next, need a smile? Mom's the word. Looking for places to go, things to do? Welcome to our community calendar. If you are a garden grower, dig into the plant sale at Hold'em Arboretum, May 14th and 15th. Over 30 vendors have planted themselves at the sale to help you weed out what you want for this season's seeds. You can harvest information by calling 440-946-4400 or unearth details at www.holdenarb.org.
Today on Mother's Day, we celebrate our moms, and mom's the word for giving us a reason to smile. But what makes her smile, besides all of us adorable children? Dentist Steve Marsh knows, because he gives moms reasons to smile all through the year. Thanks for joining us, Steve.
You're welcome, Aaron. My pleasure.
I'm sure you see it all the time, that moms put their families before themselves, right?
Yeah, it's very true, and that's why I thought today would be a fun time to focus on people who have come to me who have, as you suggested, denied themselves for their kids, or maybe some kids who want to do something nice for their moms.
Sounds great. Introduce us to our first mom.
Okay. When we bring the picture up, you'll see that this is a mother who actually had separated from her husband and raised 4 kids and did a beautiful job. And wanted to have a prettier smile. She was dating again and then actually met someone who was absolutely wonderful. And she had told him that she had always been bothered by her smile. So we did some reshaping of her upper teeth, some reshaping of her lower teeth, and then did porcelain veneers across the front 8 teeth. And it was something that she said had always bothered her. It had gotten worse. But again, in raising 4 kids, she put their priorities first. So that's the story of the first mom.
Okay. What's the story on this one?
This is a widow, and you know, today as we live longer, this woman had lost her husband, and she was in her 60s. And again, as the previous patient, she also was going to be dating again and hoped to meet someone. And again, had been very ashamed of her smile. And in fact, when her husband had been sick, he said, at some point, I'd love for you to take care of your own teeth. So it was something that bothered her, and she came in. We did some reshaping and bonding of the lowers. She had a certain amount that she could actually work with financially. She let me know what that was, and we worked within her budget, and again, 4 porcelain veneers. So sometimes people say to me, instead of, what can you do, they'll say, this is how much time I have, or these are my finances, can we work within those? And I'm all too happy to work with them that way.
Very good. Mother-daughter.
Mother-daughter.
Next story.
Yeah, and this was actually, they had come to the show one time, and here's a picture of the 2 of them with me.
Yep.
And the mom on the left had, her daughter was going to graduate school. I'll try and remind you of the story. And was very proud of her daughter having had to go back to school, and her daughter's husband actually had served the military and was in Iraq at the time. And this was her before and after. We did 10 porcelain veneers. We reshaped the lowers. It was really a gift from mom to the daughter. I had taken care of mom a long time ago, and this was sort of a congratulations for her daughter. So, you know, sometimes moms and dads keep giving, and in this case, it's a beautiful story.
Very nice.
This is interesting because this patient had grown up in the Dominican Republic and had worn her teeth down very badly. And her mom had always been bothered, and when she grew up, she really didn't have the financial wherewithal, and actually couldn't find the dental care that she had wanted to. She came to the United States, she got married, and we gave her this big, beautiful smile actually before her wedding. And it was something that she took with her to the wedding, and I tell you, that's so gratifying as a dentist to do.
Well, it's great to have these
pictures, yeah. And I like this story because though this patient had never had a child, she had worn her teeth down. Her jaw was actually in a funny position. but had always been bothered by that smile and worked with a lot of people, and she had actually been a cancer survivor. And it was almost a reward for herself. You know, she had been through a lot. And
she deserves it.
She sure did. And she works very hard in the community. So she said, what can we do? And again, we did it. It took some time. We did it over stages. She couldn't do it all at once, but it enabled us to do it and get the desired result. And she was thrilled. We were thrilled. And in fact, my office staff, when she comes in, there's a big hug for her every time because she's been through so much.
You never give me a hug. If you're a mom and you want the mother of all smiles, give Steve a call. His number's up next.
See what Dr. Stephen Marsh can do for your smile by calling 440-461-1003 or visit www.clevelandsmiles.com. Next, the calendar of events at Senior Day. It's time to get up and go. An exercise minute on golden opportunities.
Hello everybody, I'm Mike Carver from Breakout Fitness, and today we're going to do a front raise to work our shoulders. We got our dumbbells, we're all set. Okay, feet shoulder width apart of mine. All right, great, dumbbells in each hand. All we're going to do is keeping our arms straight. We're going to raise them up, shoulder height. Beautiful. Let them come back down to the side. Raise them up, shoulder height. Awesome. Slow, controlled movements always. You're looking good. Good posture, great, nice slow movements. Not quite so high, but you're doing great. Just shoulder height would be fine.
I'm so strong, they just keep going.
That's right. I feel like air to you. Huh? That's great.
And they can use soup cans, right?
That's right.
If they don't have dumbbells.
If you do not have a dumbbell, a 16-ounce can equals 1 pound of resistance.
And then you can eat the soup after.
There you go.
That's it. Then it's easier to do.
All right, everybody, now it's your turn to get up and go.
For your copy of the exercise booklet, please send $1 for postage to Golden Opportunities, 23240 Chagrin Boulevard, Suite 450, Beechwood, Ohio, 44122.
Although Mother's Day and Father's Day are certainly special days, they're not unique to Cleveland. But we do have an event that makes us special. We have a Senior Day. This year we celebrate on Thursday, May 12th, just a few days from now. To find out how to roll out the red carpet here, we've invited Mary McNamara from the Cleveland Department of Aging to join us. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to ask you about Senior Day, but before I get into the details, I want to know what it costs.
Absolutely free. And
free is good.
Includes a box lunch. It's our 22nd annual.
I thought there was no such thing as a free lunch.
There is on May 12th.
All right, you've just disproved it. All right, what time does it get started?
It starts at 10 a.m. at the historic public hall right across from Cleveland City Hall, and it goes until 2 o'clock.
And what's there now? Tell us about the day.
Well, first what I'd tell folks is, you know, the Medical Mart construction is happening, so I want to tell folks it's still happening at Public Hall this year. Take some time to check into public transportation. Senior centers might be sending a bus. The day of the event, we'll have more than 50 resource tables of information, so people can come in and get connected to information.
Wow, is that a picture of what we had last year?
It is. More than 2,000 seniors attended last year. We'd like it to keep growing.
The information's great. I usually I steal ideas from there. Is there any entertainment?
There is. We have 2 bands this year. First, the Tough Old Pros. It's a tops band. Okay. And then we also have a Motown band this year. And then local Cleveland recreation centers send dancing groups to perform as well.
And do you have a theme? Do you do a theme?
The theme this year, we tag on to the Administration on Aging's themes, which is Older Americans Connecting the Community.
Very good. Do you have to register ahead of time, even though it's free?
No, you don't. Just show up that day.
Come. Sounds great.
Thanks so much.
All right. Thank you. Great information. Great opportunity. If you're a senior, consider this your personal invitation to celebrate Senior Day this Thursday at Cleveland's Public Hall. It's a day all about you. If you want more information, call the number that's coming up next. My thanks to Mary McNamara for making a date with us so we could put this date on our calendar.
Learn more by calling the Cleveland Department of Aging at 216-664-2833 or visit their website www.cleveland-oh.gov. Next, the latest legal news that you can use.
Welcome to Breckenridge Village, a continuing care retirement community conveniently located in historic Willoughby, Ohio. Whether it's a luxury apartment, a spacious ranch home, or newly built brownstones, it's all here with the added security of knowing more care is available when you need it. Breckenridge Village offers an exciting and upbeat lifestyle, and the food is fabulous, and our staff makes you their #1 priority. Learn more about Breckenridge Village and come see our new VO Wellness and Aquatic Center.
Did you miss any of the phone numbers we gave? Then get a pen and paper because we're going to list them all the phone numbers again so that you can write them down with plenty of time. And then I'll be back with information on a widow's tax that's hurting surviving spouses. Let's say you and your spouse over the years paid for life insurance. When your husband dies, you expect to receive the insurance you paid for, right? Unfortunately, that's not what happens when a military husband or a veteran dies. Here to explain the terrible widow's tax that unfairly costs military spouses thousands of dollars is Lori Steiner. Thanks for joining us, Lori.
Glad to be here.
And I understand that you just got, speaking of military and veterans, you just got a certification from the Veterans Administration?
I did. I'm Veterans Administration certified to represent clients in planning for veterans benefits and then the actual application and any hearings that come from that.
And that's important because without that certification...
yeah, you're on your own. You got to have the certification to represent people before the VA.
What's the widow's tax?
Wow, this is awful. The widow of a service member who died from a service-related cause is legally entitled by law to a survivor compensation from the Veterans Administration. But some service members also bought insurance, extra insurance, so that they would have, the surviving spouse would have some additional annuity payments coming in. But the problem is there's a quirk in the law. What happens is a widow, the insurance benefits portion is reduced by the value of the survivor's compensation that they're receiving. So this is costing, tens of thousands of widows across the country, thousands of dollars. It's awful.
So let me make sure I understand this. So there's a benefit that survivors get when you survive your husband or wife.
Because you're entitled to some kind of a benefit. Your spouse died, serving the country.
And that you don't pay for, that you get through your tax dollars. And,
yeah.
All right, so you get that. And then families also bought life insurance.
Paid premiums for those life insurance proceeds.
But you don't get both?
You can't get both, not the way the law is right now.
And people were told about that or they weren't told about that when they bought the insurance?
I don't think they're really told about that.
No,
they think, well, I'm going to help out my spouse and do this nice thing, and they're turned around and slapped in the face from the government.
Now, there is, and it sounded crazy when you told me about it, but there's actually an exception to this rule.
There is, and it is crazy. So, a widow can collect the full insurance benefits and the full survivor benefits if she remarries at age 57 or older to another man.
So if you get remarried, you get more money than you would if you didn't get remarried at 57.
Yeah, it makes no sense, right? No sense to you, no sense to me, no sense to these Gold Star widows who are out there. They're trying to change this law.
I don't blame them. It makes no sense. I don't understand it. So has Congress made any effort to change this thing?
There was some effort, but the problem is it kind of made things worse for some of the widows. Okay, so the widows aren't getting the entire amount of the insurance that was paid for, and that wasn't fair. So the government decided that they would refund at least part of the premiums that were paid into this insurance policy annuity. Okay. So you get something out of it. The problem is if you've gotten these refunded premiums and then you go ahead and remarry another man at age 57 or older. So now you're entitled to the full insurance benefit and the full survivor benefit. You have to, in order to get that, you have to refund the premiums that you got back to
which could
be
thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars. You know, maybe you've spent it. You know, you may not be able to swing that.
We've talked about some strange things on this show over the years and some strange laws, but this one might take the cake. So how do we fix these problems?
Oh, well, you got to take some action. You know, we're encouraging people to get involved, the voters out there. You need to contact our representatives down in Washington. So first there's Senators Sherrod Brown and Rob Portman.
Okay.
We want to ask them to support Senate Bill 260, which would end this widow's tax. Also, you need to contact your local members of Congress to support House Resolution 178. So that's S-260 and H.R. 178. We want to put an end to this widow's tax for good.
Very good. Good information, something people, I'm sure, don't know too much about.
Veterans Administration keeps a lot of their benefits a secret.
And we need to get people involved. Thank you, Lori. Yes. The widow's tax is just unfair, period. We don't lose our life insurance just because we get Social Security. Military widows shouldn't be treated any differently. Contact your federal elected officials and tell them to support Senate Bill 260, House 178, H.R. 178. We need to end the widow's tax now.
Call Budish, Solomon, Steiner, and Peck at 1-888-236-5173 for more information, or log on to www.budishandsolomon.com.
Thanks for joining us. On next week's show, what you don't know could hurt you. We'll prescribe what you need to know about the information on your pill bottles. Flooded by real estate paperwork, we'll help you wade through it. Then Mom and Dad always knew best, but now you need to know what's best for them. We'll help you make the best of it. Plus, polishing up your pearly whites and how to protect your home for your kids. Until next week, please remember to make the most of your golden opportunities.
Would you like to join our kitchen conversation? All you have to do is call toll-free 1-877-765-1543 and leave us your question, name, and phone number. Or log on to www.golden.tv for all the latest information and show updates.